Hey guys, it's me Ariel, aka your cruise bestie, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys packing items that you need to bring on your next cruise. So let's just go ahead and get straight into it. I know how stressful packing for a cruise can be because trust me, I'm literally doing it right now. With having school and homework and activities, it's just can be so chaotic and my brain just doesn't brain anymore and I end up forgetting something. So that's why I'm making this video as a reminder to myself and for anyone who is in the same situation as I am, or if it's your first time cruising and you just want to hear what a cruiser brings on their cruise, then this video is perfect for you. So let's just go ahead and get started with the tips. So the first thing I would definitely recommend, especially if it's your first time cruising, is to bring a motion sickness band. So they look like this. They're nothing too crazy, just look like a little band, and it has a little circle here where it hits your pressure point to help you not feel nauseous. So if it's your first time cruising, you don't know how your body's going to react to it, I would definitely recommend bringing a motion sickness band because it's not like a medication, and they also do provide medication on the ship. So if your motion sickness band just doesn't work for you, then you definitely have that option for getting some motion sickness pills on the ship. But that is something I like to stress for especially new time cruisers, because I feel like it's better be safe than sorry, and you can just wear the band and be completely fine. And for those of you who have been on cruises before and you already know how your body reacts on the ship, then if you don't need it, then you don't need it. But for someone first cruising, I would definitely recommend to bring that. So once again, this is what it looks like. Nothing too crazy, it's just a little band like I said before, and it just helps you out a lot. My mom has motion sickness and she wears the bands all the time and she is fine on the cruise. She doesn't feel sick, she is just perfectly fine, and she's able to enjoy the cruise and have a great time. So that is why I stress for you guys to bring that if it's your first cruise. Next, this is kind of a little obvious, but I would definitely recommend bringing cleaning supplies. Now don't confuse what I'm saying. Don't show up to the cruise with rubber gloves, a big can of Lysol, Windex, toilet bowl cleaner. Like, what I mean by this is something like small, like I would say antibacterial cleaning wipes, a little can of Lysol, some hand sanitizer, and your own soap. I suggest these items because it's a good feeling to know that you personally cleaned your room. Yes, even though the room attendants do a wonderful job cleaning your room, it's just for your own personal knowledge that, okay, I cleaned my room, I know that this is clean. So that is just something great to do. And this also leads me into my next point, which is bring your own pillowcase. You never know like where your pillowcase has been or if they've been washed. Like I said, the room attendants do an amazing job at keeping your rooms clean, but you know, it's just better to be safe than sorry. And I always bring my pillowcase with me, so I just put it over the pillow and that's just what I use to sleep. So I would definitely recommend to do that, to bring your own pillowcase, just because you know it's your face and you don't want to just put your face anywhere. So you know, you got to protect your face, so you could put your pillowcase on that you know that is clean. The next thing that I would suggest entertainment wise is to bring either a book or download some shows or movies on Netflix or any of those other apps like Hulu. I haven't downloaded anything on Hulu, but if you can download any shows that you're currently watching, I would definitely recommend to download it on the app. That way you have access to it on the ship while there's no internet, because there's no internet on the ship. I mean, if you purchase an internet package, but there's like limited like selections of what you can do with the internet package. So I personally always download my shows on Netflix to watch while I'm away without any internet, and that way I could stay entertained, because on the TV on the ship they have like 3 episodes that they play repeatedly on each channel, so it kind of gets boring watching the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why I personally download like at least 15 to 20, I know that's a lot, but like 15 to 20 episodes of my show that I'm watching. That way I have enough episodes to last me throughout the whole trip. And if you're reading a book, just bring a book. That way you could stay entertained. If you're a big book person, I personally try to bring at least one book as well, especially for on the beach. You know, chilling on the beach, having a book is nice and it comes in handy. Speaking of the beach and being on the island, next I recommend bringing your own thermos water bottle. And I am emphasizing the thermos part. I recommend bringing your own thermos water bottle. That way you can fill it up in the what's it called? The food area. The food area. That way, my brain is just not functioning, guys. I cannot think of the name. But in the food area, you could go fill up your water bottle with ice and fresh cold water. That way, once you get off into the island or wherever you're going, you have a cold drink with you, because guys, it gets really hot, and especially if you don't have anything cool to drink, you can get dehydrated, and it just doesn't make the experience fun. Because when I get dehydrated, I get a headache, and I just don't want to do anything when I have a headache. So I definitely recommend bringing some cool water, bringing a thermos. That way you have cool water while you're out on the island and doing whatever you want to do, and it just really comes in handy. So definitely bring that. This is a kind of obvious thing, but bring more than one swimsuit, because the more the better. If you go to the beach and then come back on the ship and you're obviously, that swimsuit's all wet if you went in the water and it has sand in it and it's just a whole mess, and then you decide later on that you want to go in the pool, on the ship, or on the hot tub, you won't have anything to wear, because you most likely won't want to wear that wet swimsuit. I mean, if you don't mind, you don't mind, but me personally, I don't like putting on a wet swimsuit to go back in. I'd rather just put on something fresh. That's why I always pack extra swimsuits. That way, whatever I decide to do on that day, I just have an extra swimsuit. That way I can just go change and go back and do whatever, whether it's that's the pool, the hot tub, or any water slides that they have on the ship. You know, you just have extra. That way it's just more convenient, and when one is drying and then you have another dry swimsuit, you're good to go. And then when that swimsuit is drying and then you have another dry and clean fresh swimsuit, it just makes life a whole lot easier. So I would definitely recommend bringing multiple swimsuits. That way you just can have more fun. Next, this is something that I personally did not do on my last cruise. Bring sunscreen. Bring sunscreen. I know that is like an obvious thing. You're like, really, Ariel? Sunscreen? Yes, bring sunscreen, because I learned my lesson. I did not wear sunscreen on my last cruise, and then my face paid the price for it. Face was cracking, lips were cracking, face was all discolored. It was just a hot mess, and it was not fun at all. So definitely bring sunscreen for your body to protect your skin from that sun, because it gets really hot, especially if you're going to a hot place. It's just hot, and that's where your water comes in handy as well, because it's really hot most of the time. So definitely bring sunscreen, because you just want your skin to be protected. Next, I would definitely recommend to bring goggles or snorkeling gear, because if you're going to a tropical place and you just want to have your own snorkeling gear, or not even snorkeling gear, but just goggles, that way you can look under the water without your eyes burning, because I forgot my goggles on my last cruise and my eyes were bloodshot red half the time. So I would definitely recommend bringing goggles, or if you want to be a little fancy and purchasing your own snorkeling gear, that way you can just breathe and have more fun and more access to under the water. I don't know why I said access, like you can't have access to the water, but you could, you know what I mean, like you could go out further, deeper, because you have that breathing device. That way you feel more comfortable being out in further water. Whether you're doing a tour, you just have your own equipment. Now, if you're doing like a deeper diving thing, then you'll probably definitely have to rent that from the whatever, like the tour or the guide or whatever that the activity that you're doing. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. You'll definitely have to rent that from the activity or the yeah, I cannot think of the word. So you'll just definitely have to rent that out from them, because they'll provide you with the oxygen tank and the mask and whatever you need for that. But yeah, that is just something that I always forget. I always forget goggles. For my girls out there who get cold easily, I would definitely recommend bringing a shawl or a sweater, because especially when you're going to a hotter place, they definitely do turn up the air a lot. In the public areas, they have the AC on pretty high, and it gets really cold sometimes, especially in the dining areas, in the dining restaurants. So I would definitely recommend bringing a shawl or sweater. You know, you could find a cute one that matches with your dress for the night, or just a neutral one that will match with all your outfits. So I would definitely recommend bringing that, because I always forget that too, and I always have to borrow one from my mom. So this time I'm going to bring my own. That way I'm warm and cozy, and I'm just good. I'll just be good. I'll just be fine. So yeah, that is the end of all my cruise essentials that I bring or try to bring on my cruises. This has been really helpful for me to verbally say it out loud, and also I hope that this video was helpful for you guys, whether you're going through the same thing I am right now, or it's your first cruise and you just want to get a general idea on what to bring. So I'm hoping that you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these type of videos. Stay tuned for my pack and prep with me, because that will be my next video, and you guys will see everything I bring and me prepping for the cruise as well. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below the tree with the beach emoji if you stay to the end of this video, and also comment one thing you cannot go without on your cruise. But once again, I hope you guys liked the video. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more cruise content, because it's coming. It's coming. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go, and like always, don't forget to make good decisions. Bye.